All right, so basically what's been going on is I'm finally working on my car again. That's kind of been hard to do for the past couple of years. Main reason being just like I just was not in the mood to work on cars. Like I disliked working on cars and I kind of still do. I hate working on cars. Um Especially when we're working all day, like on my free time I just want to be out doing everything that I really want to be doing, you know what I mean? Like before, like when I had like my first couple of 240s, like when I did my SR swap like back in the day, um I was just really just going to school and working part-time, so I had like hella time to just like be in the garage just fucking smoking, drinking, working on my car type shit. And now like work takes up a lot of like the time of my day. And really the last one of the last things that I want to do on my free time is just be working on my car. Like that part of me has kind of like fucking died out for the past couple of years. Like I just have not been fucking with working on cars, like spending my time working on cars. And it's kind of weird and it's kind of ironic and it's kind of like crazy at the same time that I've had a garage with a fucking fully built RB26, GTR Trans that I'm converting to rear wheel drive, a whole S14 Zenki SE model, super fucking clean that just got trashed over the years being in the garage and being outside for a whole year. Um, and the reason why I say it's kind of weird, it's kind of crazy, it's kind of ironic was it's like I bought a ton of fucking parts for this car, you know what I mean? And it's just been sitting, it's just been scattered everywhere in my garage. Um, and then it's kind of like, okay, fuck, now I have to put it all together. Like that's really the hard part, you know what I mean? Like especially like me, I'm the type of guy that as far as like when it comes to cars and builds, I'm not going to let no one touch my shit. Like I'm not going to send it off to a shop, have somebody fucking build it for me, then like I'm like, "Oh, hey, look, this is my fucking build." Like nah, like that's not like me. Cars builds, like my idea of it is me taking out and bringing out what I created with my own hands for the most part. You know what I mean? Like I have this like base and I'm gonna like transform it into like some crazy idea that I have in my mind type shit. You know what I mean? Like, and it's gonna be me. It's gonna be with my own hands. It's gonna be authentic. It's gonna be like kind of like my piece of art that like I'm giving to the game type shit. You know what I mean? So that's the hardest fucking part to do. You know what I mean? Like I could have, I bought all this shit. I could have been somebody had like could have been had somebody do it. Um, it probably could have been out. Probably could have been crazy now, but it probably wouldn't have been exactly what I wanted to put out. You know what I mean? Like I want to take my time with it. I want to do it, even though I fucking hate working on cars. Um, but it's still something that's dope to me. Like when I think of what I envision the end result to be, it's kind of like, oh, okay, like whether I fucking hate it or I love it or I'm in the middle sometimes, like the end result is what I need to chase. You know what I mean? Like that needs to come out. Like that's just something that I've had in my brain since I was like a little fucking kid. To just have a cool fucking 240. And it's cool. Like I've got all the parts together. I have everything I need. I just haven't been able to just go in the garage and just fucking do everything. You know what I mean? And a lot of stuff is kind of hard to do on your own. So I have my brother help me like here and there sometimes. But like most of it is just me. Like it's a hard thing to do, especially when you work fucking full time. Um, and it's kind of weird. It's super fucking weird that people would kind of criticize me in a way, like criticize or like just say things that are kind of just like okay, like what the fuck do you mean? Like when people say like, bro, somebody that I haven't spoken to in fucking like at least 10 years, no, maybe like 8 years, at least 8 years, fucking messaged me on Facebook talking about LOL, how long have you been building this car, bro? Like, and this nigga knows nothing about cars. Like, this nigga's like, fuck this guy, by the way. Anyway, what my point is, like, bro, people act like I'm just literally every single day fucking in my garage just working on my car. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, this guy's been building his car for fucking years. Like, technically, I've had my car for fucking years, but if you want to, like, calculate the amount of time that I've actually put into it every fucking second, every minute, every hour, I probably worked on that car for maybe like a month. Like, you know what I mean? At most a month. The rest of the time it's just been either for a whole year it sat outside my house. My car was sitting outside for an entire year without me doing anything. Mind you, I got this Nissan 240SX. It's a 95, it's a SE. I got it with 74,000 original miles. This car was clean as hell when I got it. The only thing is, the person that had it before me kinda left it out. Like, they weren't really using it. But it sat outside for a little bit. So the paint was kind of like not the cleanest original paint 240, but literally everything, like the body, the interior, everything was super fucking clean. The KA, the bay, before I fucking decided to cut things up. And anyway, it was a super clean S14. And I didn't have any space for it in my garage at the time. I want to say that I had what did I have? I had a bunch of shit in my garage at one point. I even had my boy's 1JZ in my garage, which was crazy. Shout out to Miggs for that, man. That was dope. I had like the fucking RB26 and then like the 1JZ when like Miggs brought it through. That shit was fire. Just having like those two engines like right there, like two of the best fucking engines. But yeah, like I had a ton of stuff in my garage, so I couldn't fucking fit the car. Long story, the car sat outside for a whole year. Mind you, 4 seasons, literally a whole year. So it's in the fucking blazing heat, in the cold, in the rain, in all the sun showers, everything, you know what I mean? Like it just stayed outside. It just stayed outside. And I was like, fuck, when am I gonna get to it? And like I was saying earlier, man, just the whole shit of like just working the whole day, then coming home. I'm not trying to work on my car. That's the last thing that I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Like it's a love-hate thing, you know what I mean? Like me working on cars and first of all, I could have had my car fucking built by a shop or built by somebody or paid somebody to fucking do this and that for me. You know what I mean? Like, and on a couple of 240s ago, or actually no, my last 240, I was in kind of like a time thing where like I had taken out my subframe and I needed to get solid mounts in my subframes. Like that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to put solid mounts in my subframe, then put it back in. I took my subframe out. I burned the original rubber whatever subframe bushings that were on there. I burned those shits off. And then there was this fucking sleeve. If you have a 240 and you've ever done this, you know about the sleeve that's inside where the bushing is supposed to go. It's hard as a fuck to take that shit out. So it was approaching nighttime, and it was like a Saturday, and I needed my car by Sunday type shit. And like I probably had to do shit on Sunday, but I found this one guy. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, there was a shop called Charisma. I want to say it was on Forsyth. Nonetheless, it was in East Orlando, super close to the crib. I ended up dropping it there. He did it, whatever. I could have had somebody, you know, do my car for me already, as far as like putting the swap in or whatever. But me, like, I'm the type of guy that, as far as like builds and as far as like cars, to me that's like art. You know what I mean? Like, my ideal 240 is gonna come from me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be the one putting the time. I'm gonna be the one doing everything to it. I'm not gonna have nobody building my car for me. You know what I mean? Like, if I can't do it, then it's not gonna be on my car. It's not like, it's not real. It's not really me. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm trying to do, somebody else did it for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to put out something that I'm doing myself. So one of the hardest things is bodywork. That's kind of been like another holdback for me. It's just like, damn, I can't even make the car look fucking good on the outside. I've done my flares 3 times already. So this is, I'm on my 4th time I'm like doing them. Welding flares is not the easiest thing to do. I've never done it, and I'm trying the best I can. It's just like, I have a vision how I want it to look like in my head, and until it fucking looks like that, I'm not gonna take it out. If you know me, like back in the day when I had like my SR20 in the black S14, when I did that swap and when I was working on that car heavy, I was working part-time and I was going to school, so I had all the fucking time to just fucking be in my garage, smoke, drink, work on my car. Like, now it's like, bro, I work all fucking day and I got shit to do. I'm at a point now where like things are calming down, you know what I mean? Things are settling down at least a little bit, and I can start doing a couple things like here and there. So that's kind of what I've been doing. As you can see, I have the fucking swap in the car right now. I'm test fitting the engine. I made some custom mounts for it. Just measuring a few things here and there, and gonna take the engine back out. Gonna strip everything down real quick, clean it up even a little more, paint it, and then start putting everything back together, put the engine back in, and then kind of go from there. So that's the plan for right now. The other thing that I need to do is my body work. Like I said, like I was saying earlier, it's my build, you know what I mean? Like, I'm building it myself. Nobody's working on my car. I'm not sending it to no shop. I'm not paying nobody to do anything for me. Like, I'm gonna do everything. Kind of like what I did on my last 240. I did my own swap, worked on my own shit, did my own suspension, did my own body work, did my own interior, did my own wiring, like, you know what I mean? Like, I did my own shit. So it's gonna be nothing less than that with this build. Like, it's all gonna be me. I'm not gonna have nobody touch my shit. And it is what it is, man. Some people pay people to build their cars for them. I don't. That's another thing too. So I don't have all the time to work on my car. I'm not gonna pay nobody to fucking work on my car for me. So I'm gonna get to my car when I can. So yeah, it's weird when people say that I fucking take long, that I've been working on my car for so long and shit like that. Like, bro, I haven't been working on my car at all. Like, I've had it. I've had all the parts for it, but I just haven't been working on it. That's the hard part, bro. And like, a lot of people don't know. In the car game, a lot of people don't know what it is to actually build a car. A lot of people just fucking get bags, they get wheels, and they're like, oh, look at my fucking build. Boom, like instant fucking clout. That's kind of fake. It's going to be hard for me to not sound like a hater when I talk about that type of shit, but what are you doing, bro? Like, I could do that in a weekend. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, you look at your engine bay, that shit's all stock. Now, there are people that build the fuck out of their cars, and it takes fucking time. It takes fucking time to build a car the way you want it to, you know what I mean? Especially when you're the one building it. It takes time. A lot of people that know, a lot of people that have seen my car, the 326 power kit that I had, I destroyed it. Within like 2 months of driving the car, that shit's destroyed. The front bumper is fucking cracked everywhere in the whole bottom. The thing that I hate about fiberglass kits and like cool kits from Japan, most of them are fiberglass. And it sucks because fiberglass is so fragile. It's so weak. They break easily. I don't understand why they can't just make it polyurethane or plastic. At least plastic. Even plastic is better than fucking fiberglass. I get fiberglass might be easier to make by hand type shit. Like, it's probably easier to mold, or I don't know why they choose fiberglass over fucking anything. Maybe it's just cheaper. You know what I mean? But point is, my kit is fiberglass and it's all destroyed. The whole like where it meets up to the fender on the driver's side is all broken. Like, I need to get that repaired, or I need to try to do that myself. I bought a fiberglass repair kit. I just never had the time to actually sit down and fucking work on fiberglass. So that kind of pisses me off too. But like I said, man, things are clearing up and I'm having a little more time to work on my car. So that's going to be fucking fire. And I'm a little bit more motivated now too. Just like, damn, bro, I've been sleeping on my car for like 4 years. And then I look and it's like niggas are still in the same setup that they had 4 years ago. Very few people are doing something different than when I had my fucking SR20, S14. I'm not really bothered by it. I'm working on it more, but I don't care when it comes out. I'm in no rush for it to come out. I'm comfortable if it literally never comes out. But it's gonna come out when I decide to work on it. And that's just how it's gonna be. So, but like I said though, I am working on it more now, and you can definitely expect more content coming from that because I'm gonna be just putting in more work now. Let's talk about builds though for a second though. Like back what I was saying, I wasn't trying to sound like a hater or anything, but at the same time, it's like, yo, how you gonna tell me that I'm taking this long working on my car, or like, oh, bro, you're taking, like, oh, your bill's gonna come out 10 fucking years later. All this shit's coming from people that are literally like suspension and wheels, stock ass engines, stock ass interior. Some of y'all even got whole automatic ass cars out here, bro. Like, you're doing absolutely nothing to your car, and you're fucking criticizing me for taking so long to build the hardest S14 known to mankind. Like, that's a little disrespectful. But at the same time, I understand though. People probably think that I'm just working on my car all day, but really, my car's just been neglected. It's just been in my garage, like, for a long time. Like I said, I didn't give a fuck about it. Like, I didn't care about my car. I even posted it for sale like plenty of times, like. And bro, I would post it for sale. Like, I'd post it up on OfferUp and like fucking Marketplace, and I'm like, yeah, fuck this car. And then people start hitting me up and like, yo, I'll come buy it right now. Like, oh, would you trade this? Would you trade that? I'm like, oh fuck, like I don't really want to sell my car. Like I'll get in like weird moods where I'm just like, yo, fuck this. Like, I'm never trying to work on cars ever again. Like, but nah, man. Like, at the end of the day, builds, cars, that's still like one of my most favorite types of art. I look at that shit as art, bro. Vehicles are just art. They're a big piece of technology. And just the fact that we're able to travel in fucking vehicles, bro, like, bro, we got time travel machines. We won't get there in an instant, right, with cars, but we'll get there a lot faster than walking. We'll get there a lot faster than not being able to walk. You know what I mean? Like, so cars are still like a big thing to me as far as like their purpose in life. Like, you know what I mean? And I just think it's dope that we're able to make these customizations to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna take this fucking engine out. I'm gonna put this big ass engine with this big ass turbo, and we're gonna make these big ass numbers on this big ass dyno. So that's basically my energy with builds, and especially with my build. And that's what I feel like everybody should do, bro. Like, yeah, you could do the whole suspension and wheels and then just fucking flex with a million pictures on your IG. But like, I think a real build is just like, okay, I'm gonna build this car entirely. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just gonna do the exterior, just fucking lower it and then just throw some wheels on it and then just like clean it up. No, like, I'm gonna change everything in that car. Everything that I could possibly like fucking modify and make cooler and like make feel better, or like just make look just nicer and more appealing, I'm gonna try to do. You know what I mean? Like, and my biggest things with car builds, period, is engine work, bro. Like, you can make your car look fucking nice, but to me, you don't got a nice engine, I'm not really fucking with it. Back when I had like my first 240, I bought with a KA, right? I was driving that shit back home. Boom, the fucking engine blew up on me. And I was like, what the fuck? These niggas sold me a broken ass car. Long story short, I spent a month trying to diagnose what happened to the car, what happened to the engine. Turns out a fucking camshaft snapped in half because this nigga that owned it before me didn't do the timing correctly and just fucking camshaft just snapped. First thing I did was take that fucking engine out and sell it to somebody. Yo, I got a nice ass KA that I just took out of my S14. Yeah, I scammed somebody. But they live far away, so it's not like they were gonna come back and try to do anything. Anyway, first thing I did was throw a fucking SR20 in that shit. I always been about engines. I always been about like a nice swap, even if it's a stock swap. I did a fucking nice clean swap. My SR20 was dope, bro. Did a few bolt-ons, did intake, did coil packs, did lighter pulleys. I did fucking turbo manifold. I did downpipe. I did a whole exhaust. I did all the suspension. I got all the gauges. I did, steering wheel, seats, harness. I didn't do a full cage, but I did just a nice little fucking rear little thing. That was kind of dope. Back then I had the Cosmos XT06Rs. And then I got rid of those and I got the work emits. Bro, and that's another thing to talk about, bro. My emits, the whole story with those is kind of damn, I could never get rid of those wheels, ever. I will never get rid of them. Just the amount of money that I've put into them, and they're fucking emits, bro. They're my favorite wheels. Even before I had those wheels, I was always looking for those wheels. And then one day they just popped up locally. I picked them up. I was like, yo, Emmets for sale locally. I could pick them up. I don't care how much they cost. I want them. So I got them. And that's the story with those, bro. I got them. First day I got them. Put them on. They didn't really fit because they were so fucking wide. I had to cut my quarter panels. So I did.
Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, Steezy?
And then I threw them on. They fit. Ended up rebuilding them. I'm running 18x12s all around. Crazy offset. I forgot the offset. One of them is -57 or -59. And then the other one's -60 something. Anyway, stupid amount of fucking offset. Big ass lips. That's another thing that I find super dope too. Just a crazy fucking wheel setup. You know what I mean? A nice build to me personally, will always have a crazy wheel setup. And it doesn't necessarily have to be super wide, but it has to be fitted. And the wider for me, the better. The bigger the lip, the better to me, in my opinion. With this build, I'm literally gonna do as much as I can. And I still got a lot more work to do, man. This shit is not easy. This shit is not quick. It's not really a quick job. The way I'm approaching it, the way I'm doing it, it's not easy. I'm doing it all myself. I'm not sending it to a shop. Nobody's doing it for me. And I'm not working on it all day. I'm not even working on it sometimes going forward, maybe once a week, maybe once a month. But I'm gonna try to put more time into it. But yeah, the car has literally been untouched for years. 2017, man. So it's been a long fucking time. And like I said, I have everything. The hard part is just putting everything together. So that's what I'm going to be doing, man. I'll give you guys some more updates coming here up soon. Stay tuned for more just other content. This is just my car talk. Just let people know kind of where I'm taking it, where I'm at, what's going to happen, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing. So yeah, stay tuned for the build. It's going to be fire. It's going to be different. So yeah, man, stay tuned for more content. I appreciate you for watching this. And anybody that's watching this, thanks guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.